and welcome to Tony Robbins Become Unshakable 2023 Challenge Best Takeaways. Hello everyone, my name is Emily Jones Smith, and if you do not know me, I'm a life coach and YouTuber. I make videos on self-development, personal growth, traveling, and everything like that. So if that is your jam, please subscribe right now, please like, and let me know who you are in the comments. Today I am doing a video on the best takeaways from Tony Robbins' Become Unshakable challenge. He's done one of these for the last 3 years. They've all been similar content, so make sure you check out my videos on them too, because you might get more in depth on the tools and the learnings from his challenge. So without further ado, let's get into it. Tony Robbins started off by talking about patterns. Patterns are so important in life because patterns basically create life. The way we take control of our lives is to understand the patterns that is happening within our lives. Tony said, we do not experience life, we experience the life that we focus on. To succeed, Tony said there are 3 things we need to do. First of all, we need to see life as what it is. We need to see our life for what it is, for what is happening, not less than what is happening. He's not a guru of positive thinking. That's not him. He's a man of science. He's a man of research and understanding. And what we need to do is see things for what they are, not less than what they are. And then once we've done that, we need to see things as they are, but then better than as they are. Because the thing is, you can have a shoddy, horrible today, and you can make it through that day if tomorrow is better. We can deal with today if there's a better tomorrow. We need to see things better than what they are. As the world changes, like it is, we need to change too. To have a breakthrough in life, we need to have 3 different skills. And guess what they're about? Patterns. The first one is pattern recognition. You need to recognize the patterns that are happening within your life. You need to recognize when you're angry, when you're sad, when you're loved, when you're loving, when you're courageous, what are the patterns that make you feel this way? What are the things happening within your life? Step 2 is pattern utilization. Once you understand the patterns in your life, in your work, in your relationships, in whatever you are doing, you can utilize the patterns that are already there. You can utilize what is happening with those patterns to your benefit. And the third thing is pattern creation. So once you have pattern utilization, you can start creating your own patterns within your life. Tony said the most important thing in life, or one of the most important things in life, is energy. You cannot change anything without energy. Just have a think for a second. Over the last day, what kind of energy on a scale of 1 to 10 have you been giving out to the world? Now for me, it's been pretty low. Now ask yourself, would you be in a relationship with that number? So most people say around 5. Would you do business with a 5? Would you go out with a 5? Would you want to be best friends with a 5? The next question was, where does energy come from? And the most common answer was food, it was sleep. But have you ever had a massive meal, say on Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever you celebrate, and after that meal, have you felt like you wanted to go for a run? No, you've eaten so much you want to slob out on the couch and you just want to put some football on, or you want to put on a good Christmas film. Same thing with sleeping. Sometimes we can have the longest sleep of our lives but still wake up with no energy and just drained and not feeling okay. Yes, food and sleep is to do with energy, but it is not the main source of energy. Tony said his definition of a breakthrough is a moment in time when the impossible becomes possible. When you decide something will change. It can be from something that inspires you, or sometimes when you're hurt so much you can't take it anymore, it inspires change. It becomes a must. I must change this thing in my life because I cannot take it anymore. Tony asked us to think of a breakthrough in our life, so I'm going to ask you to think of a breakthrough in your life. Take a moment to think about, what made you change in that moment? What was it? It's about understanding those patterns again, understanding what your triggers are, what makes you want change, what makes it a must. So many people go through life thinking, oh, I should be going to the gym, I should be getting healthier, I should work on my relationships, I should work on myself. Should, that they should all over themselves. We need to turn these shoulds into musts. The thing is, people will hang on to their pain until they find something more valuable. Tony explained that there are 3 tools to create change, to create a breakthrough. And the thing is, there is an order to these tools as well. Most of us, when trying to make a breakthrough, when trying to make a change, start with the thing that we should start with last. And that thing is a strategy. When Martin Luther King had his dream, he did not know how he was going to do it. He did not know the strategy, but he knew what he wanted and why it was so important. When the human race wanted to get a rocket to the moon, when they wanted to touch down on the moon, they did not know how they were going to do it, but they knew why they wanted to do it and what they wanted to do. Most of us, however, start with the how. We say, oh, we're going to get up in the morning and this is how we're going to do it. This is the strategy. It doesn't work that way because of the 2 other steps. This is because when we know what we want to do, when we decide the strategy and how we want to do it, the thing is, most of us have never done the thing we want to do. We have never lost the weight, or we have never achieved the goal that we wanted to do. And when we start with the how, when we start with the strategy, there is no certainty because we have not done it before. And because we have not done it before and there is no certainty, there is a story, which is the middle component of the tools. When we have a story about something, when a story runs so deep within inside us that we believe something about ourselves or believe something about the universe, it sabotages us. We self-prophesize our failings. We get in our own way. Our stories get in our own way. So before we do the strategy, before we do the how, we need to understand what stories we are telling ourselves, what our beliefs are, what is stopping us within here. Not out there, but within here. For example, take a moment to look around the room and spot everything that is red. I'm doing it now. Now close your eyes. Now I want you to tell me how many things in your room that you saw was brown. Not that many. Open your eyes again. Now try and find all the brown things. The thing is, when we tell our mind to look for something, that's what we find. When we tell ourselves these stories of how it's not going to work out, that's what we find. We need to change our stories before we get into our strategy. The number 1 thing we should start with is state. State is our energy. State is how we show up into the world. In the right state, we can make decisions. If you are a 5, you're not going to come up with the ideas and the decisions and the things that you need to do to be able to do what you want to do. Tony gave us one last tool to finish up with, which was the Archetypes tool. These are different parts of ourselves that we can find within ourselves. And if we draw out these archetypes within us, we can find different answers, we can find different reasonings, we can find different ideas, we can find different ways to help us achieve what we want to achieve. The first type was the warrior. The warrior is the person within you who is never going to give up. The person who is strength, is strong, fights for you no matter what. The second person is the magician. The magician just knows. The magician knows it's just all perceptive. The magician just knows it's all within the mindset. The magician knows that everything's okay and what everyone else is worrying about, you don't need to worry about because you'll figure it out because you're a magician. Third archetype within you is the lover within inside you. The person that just leads with love. Love for others, love for the universe, love for themselves. And the fourth person is the sovereign. The sovereign is the king or queen inside you. The one who has done all the battles, but that most importantly, the one who serves other people. The king or queen within you serves other people. They know that they might not win the battle, but they'll always win the war. Now, what he asked us to do was to get in state with these archetypes. We had to find a place on our body where we thought that that archetype would live, stays. So the warrior, the lover, the sovereign, wherever it felt right to you. What Tony did was asked us to get in state and find a place within us where those archetypes live. And then he asked us the question, the sovereign inside me says, all I need to do is remember. All I need to believe is. All I have to do is. The lover inside me says, Emily, all I have to remember is. All I have to understand is. All I need to do is. And he did it for each one of our types. And each of us on our own worked through a problem that we have been struggling with for a while. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video and you love self-development, make sure you subscribe. There's going to be more videos like this. If you want more detail, definitely go watch the videos on the Facebook Live or on YouTube. I've only just given you the best takeaways, but it's always so good and so important to be a part of the challenge yourself. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for watching. If you want more takeaways, as I've said, I've done videos on other of his challenges on my channel, so go take a look. Make sure you subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow with a day 2 of Become Unshakable Challenge with Tony Robbins. Thank you.